up, what up, what up, what up? Hey. What y'all up to? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hi. Hi. What's going on, guys? Oh, somebody already on my case. Somebody emailed me. Okay. I didn't get it. I didn't get an email. I gotta see who that is. Hi, lovely people. Yeah, y'all can hear me? I'm just seeing what y'all up to. I'm out here in New York, working. Well, not today. Tomorrow I'm working, but I've been sitting in the room reading all day, so I was like, let me get on. I don't have the babies with me. I'm missing them so much. I was having a little bit of mommy work guilt, but they are good and awesome. Reading scripts. I'm down here, over here, up here in New York. Super excited about being on Raising Canaan, so I'm preparing for that. But I am chilling, and I just wanted to get on here, and the kids are great. Yo, they're getting so big so fast. Oh my gosh, we're going through the potty training stages with Gianna. Her little personality is everything. She came in she came in the room the other day talking about, I did it. She finally went on the pot, everything. And Tyson is walking, and he is an aggressive little boy. I tell you, it's a major difference between boys and girls. Everybody said that, but like, it's a crazy difference. Like, if he sees something, he wants it, he goes for it, grabs it. I'm like, golly, you aggressive little boy. But they are doing so well. They're doing so well, and I'm loving it. Yes, the babies are good. He just turned 1. Tyson is 1. Oh God, my children, the light of my life, I swear. We had the best time at his birthday party. So good. Thank you. Yeah. Greenleaf's not on anymore. It's been off. I think its final season was last year sometime. So, oh, someone's turning 21 today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I ain't been on in a minute. I miss y'all. I've been moving and shaking and doing all kind of stuff. So I'll miss our Sundays of us catching up. Yep. Tyson and my mom share the same birthday. She is over the moon about that. She said it's her biggest gift to be able to share her birthday with her grandson. So that makes me happy. And she had a fun time on her birthday too. Somebody said, what's up next? Well, Raising Canaan. You guys, I hope y'all are watching this season of Raising Canaan. Oh my gosh. Hey yo. Crazy. But if you aren't watching it already, it is a wonderful show. And it's based off of Power, of course. 50 Cent's character. And it takes place in the 90s, 80s, 90s era, 90s, which is one of my favorite times. I'm an 80s baby, so you already know what 90s means to me. Music, all that, the fashion, all that, like, what? So get into it. If you haven't already, get into it, get into it, get into it. Yes. Yes. Oh, somebody saw Down for Whatever. Thank you so much. That was such a fun movie. Hey, Sad. What up, Meek? I see Mika just joined. What's going on with y'all? So many wonderful things happening. Especially this juice. Y'all, I'm on like a low-key for like 2 days. I said I wanted to do like the pressed juices. I think you do like 7 of them. Haven't done it in a while, but I was like, I'm about to start filming. Let me just, try juicing for a couple of days. I'm so hungry. I did cheat yesterday, but I'm trying my best. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a really good one, actually. Whew, guys. What y'all want to talk about today? Let's have a conversation. I miss y'all. Thank you to my little tambourine. Oh, I think they're called little tambourine earrings. I am hangry. I'm always hungry. But yes. What y'all want to talk about today? It was you know what? There was something, it's been heavy on my mind. And I know you guys know we'd always talk about like fear and living in fear and how it sucks to live in fear and we shouldn't live in fear. But I've just had a couple of situations recently that I'm like, Lord, like, let me bring it back just a little bit. So, in my prayer and meditation time, which guys, I have to tell you, and I know y'all hear me talk about this a lot, but that prayer and meditation time, especially, we've been taught to pray, but like, I think the just sitting still, not asking for nothing, and just like centering and doing the whole thing through meditation has been a lifesaver for me. And I've really been focusing on calming my mind down, which can be particularly hard when you're working, you got kids, you got stuff, that life happening, still in somewhat of a pandemic. It's crazy out here, okay? So it's kind of difficult to calm, your mind, and especially for me. I'm an overthinker. I'm a Pisces. We're always floating off somewhere. So, I will say that the one thing that I've been focusing on is, one, calming my mind and being able to just give it over to God, and just leave it there, which has been difficult for me because I'm an overthinker and I always like thinking 15 million steps ahead, right? So I feel like God has been showing me recently in a lot of areas of my life, if I just get up out the way and allow things to flow, like, he'll handle it, right? And also how some of the stuff that doesn't make sense to you now will make so much sense later on. So that trusting him thing, it is easier said than done, but it's so worth it, and it helps to relieve the stress. I was actually driving from Dallas recently, and I love to drive. Anybody that knows me, I love getting on the road, doing road trips or whatever. And I was driving from Dallas to Houston, and I think I talked about this before, but sorry, my brother definitely just FaceTimed me in the middle of my moment. But Gavin, if you're on here, I'm talking, I'll call you back. But I was panicking about things and something that hadn't even happened yet, and I had to remind myself to just quiet that mess down, quiet down my thoughts, and really live in the moment and really be okay in the moment. And to take a look around what was currently happening to me, which was I was driving in my car. I was taking in this beautiful scenery. My mom was in the back seat. My kids were in the back seat. They're healthy. They're safe. I'm in good health. You know, I had to remind myself to stay there instead of wandering off and thinking about all these other things that could possibly go wrong, and what am I going to do about this, and what am I going to do about that? And I'm like, no. Right now, your lights on, your kids are fed, you're good. And I have to say, I've been practicing that recently, even in moments where I feel down about stuff. And I am a human being, so whether people like to discuss it or not, especially people in the entertainment industry, which I feel like people in the entertainment industry should discuss it more often, then people probably wouldn't be in their head all the time or not feeling worthy enough. But I have down days. I have days where I just don't feel amazing. I have days where I just feel inadequate. I feel days where I feel like I want to give up. I have days where I feel like I just want to live a simple life, raise my kids, and throw it all away. But I'm like, in those moments, that's when I have to get still and say, hey, you're living a purpose-driven life. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and calling in the good things. So that's just a reminder to everyone, anyone out there who is having moments like that. And I feel like in talking to my friends that there are so many people around me that are having those same moments, more frequent now than ever before. And I don't know what's going on, or what's happening. I mean, a lot is happening in the world. It's scary, but I hear a lot of pastors saying we're in the last days. It kind of feel that way. But yeah, in talking to some of my friends, I'm hearing the same things, that all of these feelings are rising up, and people not feeling good about themselves, or not feeling worthy, or feeling overlooked. I know what that feels like. And it doesn't feel good at all. And I feel like, especially when the enemy knows that that's your weakness, or that's how to get to you, like, he keeps throwing things at you. And I'll say, in those moments, that's when you really, really got to get still and say your affirmations. I literally have my affirmations written on my mirror. I wish y'all could see them. I'm at the hotel, but at home. I have my affirmations written down of things that I have to continue to say out loud to myself and remind myself, you are loved. God has you. You are enough. Your kids are good. They're healthy. They're whole. They're not missing anything. You can provide for them. God provides for them. God is their sole provider. Anything that the enemy tried to take away from you, God is going to return it to you 100-fold. He has you. He has the final say on your life. He has the final say on your family's life. And I just keep saying these things. I am a light when I walk into a room. I will never be overlooked, because people will see my light. Like, there's so many things that I have to keep reminding myself and telling myself, so that I don't fall into that trap of believing those negative thoughts that the devil's trying to put in my mind, or just that, we sometimes, and I don't want to blame everything on the devil, because some of it's us. A lot of it's us making things up about ourselves, or just being random. And you're human. If you're human, you're going to have those thoughts. But it's how we conquer those thoughts. And I am in these last few months, I've really been focusing on just being still, getting still, and saying my affirmations. And diet has a lot to do with that too. I have a lot of people asking me, especially after having my kids and everything. They're like, what kind of diet are you on? I mean, I'm working out, I'm eating right, but I've realized too that the food that I put into my body, it also, especially if I'm eating greens and drinking my water and minding my business, I feel better, and I feel better about myself. There's nothing wrong with sugars. I eat sugar all the time. When I said I cheated earlier, I did cheat. I kind of had strawberry cake for breakfast. Anyways, y'all ain't hear that. I can see the difference in my emotions after I did that. So I think that we just got to be more, we got to pay attention to what we're putting into our bodies. And that doesn't just mean food. It means what we're listening to, what we're watching, the friends that we keep around, what we allow our families, to say about us, or, how we spend our time. Like, these are the ingredients that we're putting into our body, and it's, causing us to have different emotions and reactions, and we just need to pay attention to stuff like that. I'm learning it. I'm learning stuff, child. I'm reading and I'm learning and I'm living life and, trying to keep a smile on my face as much as I possibly can. I see so many of my awesome friends in here too. Shout out to y'all. And I know I'm just having random conversation, but I love talking to y'all and sharing. Hey, Reese! Who else in here? Somebody says, starting my 2022 now. Yes. Hey, guys, I haven't done one yet, but my sister did a virtual vision board. She did a virtual vision board. I didn't even know that was possible. I did the old school, grab you a nice not cardboard, but poster board, cut some magazines out. But has anyone on here done the virtual vision board? I want to do one day, because I saw her doing one on Zoom, and I'm like, wait a minute, if this is something I can keep in my phone and that I can add to all the time, this would be cool. Okay, you can do it on your iPad. Okay. You guys have obviously done this a few times. I'm just the last one to the party, I guess, huh? Got it. I'm trying to read your message. It seems like a really good one. It's true. I was just thinking about it because I'm walking with Jesus, but sometimes I fall and have to push ourselves to the spirit to get the healing from the flesh. Yeah. And it ain't easy. Pix Art. I see Ray Shines. Have you done one before? I'm trying to figure it out. I want to get to it, honey. Virtual vision board. I'm going to actually Google it later. Hey, Arisha. I see you just joined. Yeah, I actually want to do one. Hi, Alfonso. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, man, I just feel like in the last few months, it's been a little bit more challenging to work through some stuff mentally. And thank God for therapy. I love my therapist. Hallelujah for her. Thank you, Jesus. But, your therapist can't hold your hand through everything. And it's really what you do in your day-to-day life and the thoughts that you think about yourself. And I think that it is nothing wrong with being honest and saying, hey, I am having trouble working through this thing, whatever it is. And I felt sometimes it's overwhelming, especially when you're moving and you're shaking, and like I said, having kids, or you're a wife, or it's for the married folk out there. I know, in working a job and all these other things that come with life, I think that it's super duper hard to find that time to step away and really get a grip on things. But it's so necessary. It's so necessary. It's been so necessary for me to, even if I got to go in the bathroom, close the door, and just weep for a little bit and get still. And, we need it. All that holding stuff in is for the birds. All that, saying, no, I got it, and trying to do stuff on your own. God is always with us. I believe that. But making sure you have an amazing tribe around you that can help to take the load off. Your family. Don't be afraid to say, okay, I need a break, or I need some help, or I need whatever. And I know, speaking to the ladies, and I might feel like I'm rambling now, but speaking to the ladies especially, we get into that super mom mode, the super woman mode. I can do it all. Sis, you can't. That's why a lot of us are dying left and right, because we are doing way too much sometimes. And sometimes that good old no, you need to let that good old no do what it's supposed to do. Okay? And be okay with it and feel peace with it. Because I think a lot of us are trying to do too much. And then we look up and we go, wait, why am I sick? Wait, why am I feeling this way? Wait, why am I? And then we can't be the best moms that we can be. We can't be, you can't be the best employee you can be, or especially as an entrepreneur, running a business. You can't be your best if you're not making good decisions for yourself and doing what's best for you. So, and not, somebody said, a no with no guilt or an explanation. Honey, can we get into that? Can we get into that? Because some of us can say no, and then we feel guilty. And then you might as well say yes, because you have just as much anxiety. So being at peace with your no is so important. Being at peace with your no, being okay with saying, you know what? I can't make it. Or I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to do that. Or I can't provide that. And being okay with that. I think that's where it's at. You know what I mean? And not feeling like you're hurting someone because, or you're not a good friend because you didn't, or you're not a good mom because you didn't, or we really, really, really got to do some self-work, and if we're going to be the best that we can be on this earth with our time, that we have here. She says she is working on her nose without feeling guilty afterwards. Woo, baby. It's a thing. It's a real thing. What else y'all want to talk about? Ladies, fellas, where y'all at? Let's talk about it. Sis, look, she said I'm speaking to her. Look, I'm going off of experience because that is something that I deal with. I always talking about stretching yourself, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with stepping out of your comfort zones with things. And I believe that God puts us in certain situations so that we can grow. So when I speak about growth, that's a different kind of stretching. But when I'm speaking of stretching yourself beyond the point of you know, what's good for you emotionally, I don't know. I don't know if that's the best thing. I'm not saying that going out of your way for someone is wrong. It's not. But make sure you have peace with it, you know. And if you are getting that feeling of something ain't right about this, or I don't know, and hold on, being able to kind of decipher through whether it's a fear-based no or a nah, this ain't right, nothing good is gonna come out of this, or this is gonna take me way outside of what I need to do for me today. It's different. It's a big difference in all of those. So just use your better judgment when it comes to that. Yeah, no problem. See, this is why I love coming on here with y'all, because y'all be like, I be going through the same thing, sis. Like, I love feeling like I'm not alone in something. You know what I mean? I love y'all energy. I love it. Yes, knowing the difference is so important. So important. And it's not, someone said they struggle with knowing the difference. But that's why when you don't feel peace about something and you're trying to figure out what it really is, then that's when you got to get still. Because if you're, you know, constantly moving, then, and I'm not saying that there's any wrong with, you know, being in the flow of things, but if you need to take a step back, take a pause, and really figure out, okay, is this the best thing for me? Then take that beat. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, even in the midst of your flow, taking a beat to make sure that whatever this thing is works with the flow, is going with the flow. Wait a minute. I kind of like that. There's nothing wrong, even in the midst of your flow, with taking a beat to make sure that whatever that thing is goes with the flow. I like it. What else y'all want to talk about? What else do y'all want to talk about? Real stuff. Music. There's so much good music out right now. So much. I love the Drake album, the Kanye album. But also for me, I'm just listening to my 90s playlist. Y'all don't want to ask me about music, cause I ain't got nothing new for y'all, cause I'm still stuck in my 90s playlist. Someone said, why is dating hard over 50? I don't know, sis. It's hard at 42. I think dating is just complicated. But hey, man, some of us will be lucky enough to fall in love. Some of us will fumble the love, fall out of love, and some of us will know it's true love and hold on to it. You know? Love is a thing. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing. We all want it. We all live for it. I think everybody wants to be in love. I think everybody wants to feel deeply for someone and for it to be reciprocated. I think everyone desires that. I mean, we start desiring that from a baby, you know. When we look up at our parents' faces or our caretakers' faces, whoever it may be, and we desire a reaction from that person, a smile from that person. We start that at a very young age. And knowing what that feels like. I can tell now with my son, the way he hugs me, you know, the way my daughter hugs me, or she looks for me to make a face and smile at her, or to make sure I'm paying attention to her. We start desiring that need for love and a companionship, wanting someone there, you know. I don't think we were meant to just walk this earth alone. I don't think we are, because that's what whether we realize it or not, that's what we spend 80 or 90% of our time thinking about. Whether it's in the forefront of your mind or the back of your mind is love. Whether it be the love for your family or the love for a special someone, we all desire that. We do. I do. I want love, but I want the right love. And I'm not saying I have never had the right love, because I have been blessed to be loved deeply, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, God. But someone said it's okay to be alone. It is okay to be alone. There is nothing wrong with being alone and enjoying your me time and relationships not being the focus. Mainly, most of the time you find your one is when you're not thinking about it. That's what's so crazy. But yeah, I think we all desire that. But you can't let it stop you in your life. Just because you're not in a relationship or you're not dating, I don't think that not having that kind of love should affect how you think about yourself and your self-love. I don't think that you should feel like, oh, because I'm not dating, or because I'm not married yet, or because I haven't had kids yet, that there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm here to tell you right now, there is nothing wrong with you. If it hasn't happened for you yet, it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Hopefully it will happen. And if it doesn't happen in this lifetime, still be okay with that. Still enjoy life every single day. Still walk around with a heart of gratitude for what God is doing. Even though he might not have answered those particular prayers yet, you still got your life. You're still capable of doing all the things. It does not mean something is wrong with you. There's so many people out here in miserable relationships, in terrible relationships, in abusive relationships, because they just want a little speckle, just a little bit of love to call their own. Shouldn't be about that. I am still grateful. God has not answered all my prayers, and I am perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. I still walk around. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying I don't feel hurt by it sometimes. I'm not saying I don't feel when other people do have it and I don't, and I see it and I go, dang, I desire that. It does not mean that there's something wrong with me because I don't have it. It just means They have it and I don't yet. And I want what's for me. I don't want what somebody else has. I want what's for me, what's tailor-made for me. Somebody needs to hear that. You are perfectly fine. You are really okay, regardless if you're in a relationship or not. Regardless if you're dating and you're out there and your friends all dating but you're not. It don't mean you're unattractive. It doesn't mean that you're unlikable. It doesn't mean that you're being overlooked. It just hasn't happened for you yet. And that's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. But you're breathing. You up. You're able to move around. You're able to enjoy the things of this world for now. And enjoy your life. So enjoy it. And don't take those things for granted. I think we're always on a quest for the things that we desire, that we miss what we have. Don't take those things for granted. Because what'll happen is you'll get a peek of what you want out of someone. They'll check maybe like 3 out of the 10 boxes that you got. And then, you know, what happens after that? Most of the time you rush into something and you end up in a miserable situation that you're like now like, okay, how do I get out of this? All because you wanted a little bit of love and for somebody to be there. And I'm not saying nobody's perfect, because nobody is perfect and nobody's going to probably check all them boxes. What's the 80-20 rule, whatever that is? Like, yeah, but sometimes that desire will have you making bad decisions. And that's not the best place to be. Impulsive decisions, yeah. Yeah. You don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want nobody I love to want that. Hey, Trish. My sis in here. Hey, babe. Nobody's perfect, but they will be perfect for you. Yeah. 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 That's the beautiful thing. But keep going, regardless. Keep going. Keep loving on you. And when I say loving on you, I mean like doing things that not just feel good. Because sometimes that can get us in a world, heaps of trouble. Doing things that make us feel good for the moment. But things that are going to help you in the long run. You know, writing a journal, you know, watching what we eat, your prayer, your meditation, working out, having conversations, good, healthy conversations with friends and family, and love, just, you know, loving on your loved ones. Do those things that make you feel good as far as helping you to grow. And sometimes if you want to slip up and do something to make you feel good, then do something to make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that may be. For me, it's a piece of cake and a cookie every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with spoiling yourself, buying a bag, buying you a nice pair of shoes, taking the trip. And speaking of that, me and my girlfriends was talking the other day, right? And we have our little thread, our little whole thing or whatever. And we're single moms. And we were talking about like taking vacations and, you know, our mommy time and how we like to spend it. And I think all of us are too in this moment of we need to, you know, be in our best shape and do the things we've always wanted to do. To all my single folk out there, I used to be one of those people that felt like I want to wait and go to a certain place in the world, one of my favorite places. Okay, forget it. I always wanted to go to Greece. And so I said, oh, I'm going to wait till I get married to go to Greece. There was a bag that I always wanted. Oh, I'm going to wait till I'm married, and then maybe my husband will buy me that bag. Now, granted, I had the money to buy it myself. Oh, well, I'm going to I used to want a Cartier love bracelet so bad. And I was like, no, I'm going to wait till I get married, and then I'm going to tell my husband I want this for my anniversary. No. Do those things that you've always wanted to do when you want to do them and on your own time. Don't be afraid to go on those vacations. Don't be afraid to buy that nice thing for yourself, that dream car, all your dream things. Do that. Hey, Tuffy. Do that. Do your things. All those dream things on your list, do it. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in this life. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to say, I put all these things on this bucket list to share with someone else, when I had the time and the opportunity and the money to do it for myself, but I wanted to wait to do it with someone or for someone to pay for me to do it. Do it now. Do it now. What's wrong with doing it now? Or do it your girlfriends. Y'all go to Greece. If you ever get married, you and your husband can find somewhere else to go. Put something, you know what I mean? Your husband will figure out somewhere nice to take you and treat you, and you guys will make your own memories there, whatever. But don't be afraid to do those things that you've always wanted to do for yourself, Do it. So that was what was in the thread, okay? I wanted to tell y'all that, or go again. Bro, you gonna make me throw my dang on shoe. Where's my shoe? Get pop, Ray. Or go again. Show him around, or show her around. Y'all done bought my southern out of me. Okay? There's nothing wrong. If you want to buy your bracelet, and it's so crazy. I finally bought my own bracelet. And one of my besties, Duxie, knows the story to that. But I ended up buying my bracelet after going through a bad breakup. I was like, fine, I'm doing it myself. And I went and bought it. And the one I really wanted was a little bit expensive at the time, like a lot of bit expensive. Well, I ended up going to one of my favorite boutiques. Well, Duxie called me and was like, they have your bracelet here. And it's like, there's a lady, her husband gave it to her years and years ago. It's been in her vault. She's never worn it. And this one has diamonds. And I was like, no way. And one of the ladies basically gave it to me and said, your money is no good here. But if you want to pay, then, just pay over time. But right now, this belongs to you. I want you to enjoy it. And I ended up getting 2 love bracelets. And here I am waiting. I done put it on my vision board. Here I am waiting for someone to buy this for me. When I could have bought it for myself all along, but I just felt like, oh, it's the love bracelet. I want him to have a key. Girl. If y'all don't get out here and live y'all life, if y'all don't get out here and do all the things that you've always wanted to do, get out here and enjoy yourself. Yes, that was favor. Straight up favor. But enjoy yourself. Live your life. For all the single parents out here. And this is not just moms. There's dads out here who are raising their kids by themselves. Like, sir, enjoy yourselves. When you get your time, have fun. Go out with your homies. Smoke your cigars. Go on your trips. Do your thing. You deserve it. You deserve it. We've got to learn to enjoy this life and stop having these limitations that who is putting up for. I don't know who is telling us we can't. I don't know. I don't know who's telling us, who's giving us the no. A lot of times it's us. It's us holding ourselves back from happiness. It's us holding ourselves back from you know, starting that new business because we think we can't, because we're afraid, because we're operating in fear, because we don't think it can happen for us. It can happen for you. It can happen for you. God can blow your mind if you let him. But you keep getting your own way. And I'm saying this because I used to do it myself. I used to do it. I used to be one of those people. But I had to get out of my own way. And I'm learning more now, especially still being in the pandemic, but we're losing people left and right. And when I was confined to them 4 walls, pregnant, I was like, okay, when we come out of this, some things have got to change. I got to do things a little different. And I just don't want my life to end and then I wasn't able to do all the things that I truly wanted to do, or even took a stab at it because I was scared to. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna dare everybody on this chat in here today to either tonight or tomorrow morning, I don't know what time it is where y'all at, but start that business plan. Maybe it's someone out there that you have had a crush on for a minute, but you too scared to say something. Send that text. If you got their number, send that text. What's up with it? Hop in that DM. I don't know. Go for it, is all I'm going to say. Start that business plan. Send that text. If there's someone out there that you need to say I'm sorry to, do it. If there's someone that you need to say I love you to, who you haven't spoken to in a while because it's something silly in the way or something major in the way, a large hurdle, clear that thing out the way and say that I love you. Say that I'm sorry. Plan that trip, sis. Wear your mask. Do all the things. Bring your sanitizer. If you're here for the vaccine, get your vaccine. Put your mask on and get on that bird. Go enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? If there's something that has been holding you back, if there are things out there that you want to do, there's somebody I know wants to write a book on here. I can feel it. Write the book. Start tonight. Put the first words down. Wear your mask, Spice. Do all the things. What's holding you back? What are you afraid of? What's going to hurt worse than the no that you're scared to get is that you never did it and you watch somebody else do it. That's what's going to hurt worse, is that you never tried. You want to lose that weight? Go to the gym safely. Or work out at home. What are we waiting for? We're always talking about living our best lives, but we're scared to take the first step. That relationship that might not be healthy. That relationship that you might need to get up out of. Amen. Had a conversation first. Let me just hold on for everybody. Go breaking up with everybody. I'm not saying go break up with everybody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying go fight. Don't call the attorney just yet. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is maybe it needs to be a conversation. Maybe you write down your thoughts and give it to that person and say, this is how you make me feel. And I feel like I'm not honoring myself by staying in this. So there needs to be change or else. And I'm giving you an ultimatum right now. Get that ultimatum. Or if it is crazy and abusive, run. All I'm saying is, I want everybody out there to live their best life. And I think that fear is keeping us from doing that. It's crippling us. And I just, hoo-wee. Y'all got me cracking up in these comments. Look, somebody said I spoke some words. Look, fear is toxic. Get into it. Yes, fear is toxic. It'll wear you down. You'll start to feel that physically. That whole anxiety, I didn't start getting anxiety until like 3-4 years ago. I didn't even know what that was. I just would be like, but you literally start to feel it physically. It's not good for you. No. Don't allow fear to keep you from your best life. Get out here and enjoy it. That's why God put us here. To enjoy. He gave us free will. He gave us all the things. And he gave us a clock that only he has to determine how long we're going to be here to enjoy it. So get into it. Get into you. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. That's what I'm on, bruh. That's what I'm on. That is what I'm on. Enjoying life. Enjoying life. Without hurting nobody. Without doing things that'll put me in crazy situations. But I'm taking the leap. I'm taking the leap. Who else out there leaping? Where are all my leapers? I'm so glad I got on with y'all. Y'all make me so happy. Y'all make me so happy. Y'all energy is bomb as heck. What else is up? Y'all talk to me. Said, can you talk about the fear of being alone? Just turned 30 and scared love is not near. I think we kind of talked, but we breezed through it a little bit. But I know there are some people out there that feel like the love will never happen for them, or they're just terrified to, not be dating or be alone in these times. And I get it. I'm single. It sucks. But get what? I find other things to occupy my time. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm a lovable person, and it will happen for me. Getting off of me though, because that's just weird. I hate talking about me in love life, but I feel like it's okay to it hurts. I get it. But don't allow the fear to make you feel like it'll never happen for you, or that you're not good enough, or that something is wrong with you because you're not dating right now. I've said that already. Don't allow that to control your thoughts when it comes to relationships. I don't have a fear of being alone. I think I'm perfectly fine with being alone, but I would rather spend my time doing things to better myself and loving on me. Because you know what's attractive? A woman that loves herself. A woman that isn't needy. A woman that doesn't mind having her me time. That's what's attractive. Aha! Ha. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time, when you're out there working on yourself, when you're out there, doing you, that's when you attract what's right for you. But if you're sitting at home fearing, oh my God, I'm alone, I'm never going to find love, no one is ever going to marry me, I'm never going to have kids, this is not going to happen for me, well, then you kind of calling that in. You know what I'm saying? My sister said the other day, you know, as far as, you know, conquering those negative thoughts, like we don't realize the power of our tongue and the power of our thoughts, right? They have so much power. So when you're thinking those things, a lot of time your brain is trying to bring those things into fruition. Like you're you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't need that. we don't need that. We want to think on the good things. We want to think, okay, you know what? It will happen for me in the right timing, in God's timing. That's what you do. Instead of thinking about why isn't it happening for me? Why hasn't it happened for me yet? Pray for patience. Pray for patience for things to happen in God's timing. And while, you know, He's preparing your husband, He's preparing your wife, then pray for the patience that you are, you know, you don't have to be in a hurry and you're not rushing things. Pray for patience. You know, I think that'll help. I hope that helped to answer your question, but if it didn't, but yeah, patience. Pray for patience for God's timing, for things to happen in God's timing, because you don't want it to happen on your watch. You don't want it to happen on your timing, because a lot of time our plan for our life, what we think we want for ourselves, ain't what we need. It'd be like all wrong. And then God, I'm sure, be up there kikiing with the angels like, oh, Lord, here she go again. Let me get her out of this situation, because this child oh, Lord, she just keep trying to do stuff. And I'm trying to tell her, hold on. I'm trying to protect her and keep her out of the way of this craziness. And because she wanted to happen right now, you know what I mean? It's all jacked up. And now here she come crying to me because she's sad because it didn't go her way. And she is, you know, then got herself into this trouble. You know, He always got to clean up our mess. So let's just pray for patience, for things to happen in His good timing. Because I would just prefer that. I would prefer that. I know God be up there kikiing about me. Like, oh, here she go. Oh, Lord, here she go. Whew, that's my favorite child. I know it is. Because I'm His favorite. I know I'm your favorite. DJ Clark Kent, we are, if you on here, which you probably ain't, but me and him always talk about this. I'm his favorite. He's God's favorite DJ. I'm just his favorite. We all are his favorite. But I'm just saying, I know he just be up there laughing about me. He be up there kikiing. Because I'm always giving him something to do. I'm always giving the Lord something to do. Y'all know I'm playing. Y'all know I'm silly. But yes, pray for God's patience. Pray for peace during the time too, while you wait. Pray that God gives you a peace while you're in the waiting stages, the waiting period, for whatever it is that you're praying for. And it'll come. It'll come if it's meant for you. If it's meant for you, baby, you can't even mess it up. If it's meant for you, then it's yours. No matter how you try and destroy it, no matter who tries to get in the way of it, the devil ain't got no power over God's plan. The devil ain't got no power. The enemy has no power over what God has for you. Ain't nothing getting in the way of that. Do you know how many people God or the devil, the enemy, do you know how many people that the enemy was probably working on not getting here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the world changers of the world, the people with the light, the people that would come in and be the problem solvers. Do you know, I'm sure the enemy tried his hardest to make sure that they didn't see the light of day. But because God had a purpose for these people, He made sure they got here, even if they came in through a broken family. Even if they came in through, just some craziness, God still makes sure that they got here. The enemy has no power over God's plan. So rest in that. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. It's yours. If it's a part of your destiny, if it's a part of your journey, the path that God has aligned for you, nobody can mess that up. And the things that aren't, there's been so many things in my life that I was so excited about. Even recently, I was so excited. Oh my God, this is it. This was for me. This is my God. Finally, God, look at you answered that prayer. You did that. You did. Ooh, you showed out with this one. Yeah. And then it was taken away. And I had to find gratitude, and I had to find the same excitement and the same gratitude that I felt in that moment when he gave it to me. I had to, even when I didn't understand it, I still had to be grateful, because it wasn't in his plan for me. It wasn't meant for me. And even though that stings and it hurts, and baby, it stings. It stings when you think your dreams are coming true, or you think something that's meant for you is happening, and the thing you've always wanted, and it doesn't turn out the way that you thought it would be. You still got to find the gratitude. You still got to find the lesson. You still got to see the good in it somehow. And know that God got something else. I am a true witness to that. Find the gratitude even in the pain. Find it. Dig deep for it. I remember I just recently had a disappointment, and I woke up so hurt the next morning. Like, I woke up, when you wake up after you've had a traumatic situation or a devastation, and you wake up and you go, oh my God, that really did happen. And then the hurt starts to settle in again. And I looked over at my kids, and I remember my son, I actually got a picture of it. My son was sitting in the window, and the light was just shining on him. I am not going to cry. And I was like, okay, God, this hurts, but I find so much joy in looking at him play with his feet, or just, he's breathing, he's healthy. I found peace in that. And it kind of made the sting go away a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it also motivated me. It made me go, okay, this didn't work out the way you wanted to, but guess what? You got to take care of that little rascal right there. So let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So yeah, even in the midst of your pain, still try and find the gratitude. Still try and find something to be grateful for. Still try and find the light. What else you gonna do? What's the other option? What's the other option? Just to wallow in it? And I'm not saying to not feel and have your moment, because we all have it. But are you gonna stay in it? Is that the option? Is that the decision we gonna make? We gonna just stay in it? We gonna stay in that pain, or we gonna move around? And in that situation, God showed up weeks later with something else for me. But I will say I've been at a point where I almost gave up and I almost let the enemy win. And God showed up and was like, we're not going to do that. I know y'all have had moments like that. I'm just rambling away. Ain't no other option. No, it's not. Ain't no other option. No. I said in that moment, do you know how many people didn't wake up? Do you know how many people didn't get to see this morning? So because, even though that disappointment happened yesterday, even though it hurt you to your core, even though you thought this was it, and it didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out, and you're waking up this morning with this pain and then this disappointment, please understand that God woke you up. Which means, guess what? That's another opportunity. He's giving you another opportunity. Another day to live out your dreams. Another day to see your children. Another day to get it right. Everybody didn't get that. Everybody didn't get that. I got life. I got life. And I'm going to keep on living it. And I'm going to keep on loving every minute of it, even when it hurts. I love y'all. This is fun. I miss y'all so much. I wish I could seriously pick a day and come on here and talk to y'all. A new day to rise and open your eyes. Amen to that. Yeah, facts. Facts. Yeah. So, I'm gonna get off in a minute because I'm gonna watch a movie or something. Do something. I'm never in a room this quiet. So I'm gonna take advantage of the quiet time that I have. Oh man, hold on. Y'all telling me to go to my pictures. Wait. Okay. Okay. Oh, happy birthday to Alfonso. I'm seeing this. Okay. Happy birthday. I'm making sure. Oh, someone said I love you. I love you too. I see so many. I hope I covered everyone's questions on, feeling lonely and going through, times of loneliness. I hope I spoke on that enough and answered those questions. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Look at us covering all these bases and things. Okay. Well, yeah. Once again, check out my girl Meek Styles. I have pinned her at the bottom here. Check out her shades. Check out Jay Boland's collections. They come out almost every Friday. Michelle Williams has a new collection she's bringing out this Friday. I'm excited about it. I've already seen 3 things, and I'm like, I'm going to need that. So you guys go check that out. Jay Boland. You can go to his IG, or you can go to his Styles by Jay Boland. Oh, thank you. Someone said, may God cover you. I appreciate that. May God cover you too. Shout out to all my friends that came through. Love you all so much. But yeah, I am going to finish my juice, watch a movie, enjoy my quiet time. And I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Look, Ray was on here with some words too. Yes. Got some CQ fam in here. But I love you guys, and you guys take care, and don't forget, leap. All right? Just do it. Do you. Take care of you. All right? I love you. Bye.